The new season of Fall Guys is almost here. What's going on, everyone? My name is Dangers, and today I'm going to be taking you through all of the new stuff that Fall Guys Season 4 has in store. This is going to be part of a new video series on my YouTube channel where we go through all the news, the information, the rumors around Fall Guys, everything Fall Guys. It's going to be coming your way in a regular video series here on this channel. So if you're interested in that kind of content, make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay in the loop on all the new information coming out. And with Season 4 coming soon, boy, do we have a lot of information. So let's get started. So everyone knows that a new season means a new theme and new levels, and Fall Guys Season 4 does not seem to disappoint on that front. They've got 7 new levels coming our way in this kind of like retro future 80s kind of style. Honestly, the aesthetic is really, really good. The devs in the Discord have told us that there aren't going to be any new finals, but with 7 new levels coming, I think that we aren't going to be disappointed. What I've seen from some of the trailers that they've provided, it's going to be well worth the wait. So let's go and dive right into them right now. So the first level we're going to look at is a level that is called Roll On, and it looks a little bit like Big Fans or Seesaw, but instead of fans or seesaws, you're getting these kind of rolling platform levels similar to, you know, like a roll-off situation. We got roll-off, we got roll-on, we got roll-out, just all sorts of rolling going on. From the trailer, it just looks like pure chaos. I'm not sure if they're going to go with the full gauntlet, whether they're going to be, you know, a 60-person race level here or what the plan is, but there's been a lot of speculation about having a race level kind of like this, so it'll be interesting to see. And the next level they're teasing us with is a level called Big Shots, and Big Shots just looks like a huge chaotic mess. You've got one singular seesaw and all of these space projectiles coming in from the sides. You've got Saturn being shot at you, some magnets, maybe even some cars by the looks of it. And this is going to be a survival type game, so make sure you don't fall into the slime. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out, you know? I'd be really curious to see if everybody decides to stand on one side of the seesaw and like tip everybody off. What happens in that situation? Is this going to be another one of those games where you can essentially maybe not even make it to the final? That would be really interesting to see. I can't wait for this game in particular. Another level that they've got ready for us to go is a level called Skyline Stumble, and this one appears to be a gauntlet race level that you would get at the very beginning of an episode. As we're looking at the trailer here, all sorts of brand new obstacles are being introduced in this level. You've got the flippity bippities is what they're calling it. Basically just like little pinball flippers. You've got chonky buttons which appear to like generate things in the level and change the way the level goes, including some of these like invisible platforms and even some doors to get in the way. You've got these swinging beams of light that appear to just be kind of an obstacle, something that can knock you over. And maybe the most interestingly is this gravitational force field area where all of your gravity seems to just lift, and suddenly you're floating through the stage. I'm really excited to see what kind of mechanics can be played around with that, and especially if we get into some other seasons, maybe even the midway season patch, if they can implement that into some of the variations, that would be very cool. Now, one more survival level they seem to have lined up for us, a game called Hoverboard Heroes. And Hoverboard Heroes appears to be almost like a successor to Slime Climb. So you have to make it to the finish line through all of these crazy obstacles, including conveyor belts. They're shooting these space-themed objects at you again. You've got these force fields. You've got the light bars. You've got basically everything from that gauntlet race level that we just looked at, but taken to the extreme. And apparently, if you fall off, you end up in the slime and get eliminated, just like Slime Climb. You know, a lot of people have been talking about a successor game to Slime Climb, and it looks like we're finally seeing it here. I am super stoked to see how this one plays out. The last game we have is a game called Power Trip, our first team game we're going to be looking at right now, and it's actually very promising. So two teams face off against one another, and the panels on the ground get colored if you are walking around with one of these. I think it's like a power pack, maybe it's a battery, and I imagine the idea is to have more colored panels than the opposing team when the time runs out. Now, there aren't very many two-way team games in Fall Guys. You've got Fall Ball and you've got Jinxed so far. So throwing another one into the mix means that, you know, whenever you see these games, you're chopping the lobby perfectly in half, which is a really exciting concept. You know, you either win or you lose. It doesn't look like the teams are huge in this little trailer video we've got here, but it's sure to spice things up. That's for sure. I'm super excited about it. Usually team games get a bit of a bad rep, but this one could be kind of fun. We'll have to see. Now, the time of recording this video is on Friday. We're going to be releasing this on Sunday, so it's possible that by then there might have been a couple more trailers released by Fall Guys on their Twitter, but that's what we've got so far. What we've seen here is really exciting. I'm especially a huge sucker for the theme. It's like dark and neon, and really contrasts some of the bright and poppy levels that Fall Guys has given us already. So I'm super stoked to get my bean out on the battlefield and play some of these levels. I don't know about you guys. Now, another thing that Mediatonic is dropping on us is a huge list of bug fixes, and we might have had to wait a little bit for the Season 4 to be released, but I think this is probably why they did not hold back. Are you ready? This is the list of bug fixes. Here we go. Beans are sturdier. No more ragdolling when another bean breathes in your direction or brushes
Fix some
past
ragdolling
you and excessive jumping issues in some rounds. For example, endless ragdolling in Hexagon after colliding relating to ledge climbing in some levels like Wall Guys, such as sweat animations failing to play and ability to climb a ledge. Increased physics performance for distant players, leading to an overall smoother character behavior when carrying objects around. You can now quit at any time after being eliminated. No more waiting for the next 40 players are needed to start a game on playlists with restricted numbers. 16 out of 15 eliminated showing on thin ice. The qualified element not reducing in value when a player is eliminated during slime will now spawn players in a single line, so no one is at a victory moment and flow at the end of an episode. Reduce network traffic usage, which should alleviate some of the previously elevated conveyor belt section and getting stuck on scoring reliability in fixed cases such as scores, fixed visual post-processing issues in certain cases like spectating or Fall Guy respawning twice on the platform next to the invisible hexagon tiles in both spectator mode and during normal play. Post-processing flickering the same spot on Fall Guys X-ray outline. Fixed when a player grabs the carryable objects when browsing clouds on purpose metal wall. Fixed disqualification on DoorDash after players moving backwards after a user fixed number of players qualifying. Fixed seeding Fall Guy collisions when Fall Guys showing the PS4 fixed blurs on PS4 the area improved base PS4 stability. They fixed back random buttons not working in the customizer menus with the mouse. All right, so that's a lot. They really did not hold back at all on these bug fixes. There are a couple though that I want to talk about because I think they're on everybody's minds. So let's talk about it. There are a lot of posts on here that talk about improving latency, improving overall game experience, improving Bean's ability to stay stable and not ragdoll at the smallest things. It seems like they're going to be overhauling their physics quite a lot here, as well as their connectivity issues. They're mentioning things like if people are farther away from the server, that they will have less desync issues by the sounds of it. And desync has been a huge problem in Fall Guys for a long time. You know, we can recall like spaghetti arms in Tail Tag, people reaching from the other side of the map to grab the tail from you. And it's possible that some of these things are going to be fixed in this new update. That's really good news. Looks like there's also a couple bug fixes related to qualification numbers. You know how sometimes if you tied on a race level, it would show 44 out of 43 qualified. Or if two people hit the slime at the same time on thin ice, it would show 8 out of 7 eliminated, something like that. It looks like that's going to be fixed. Now, I don't know how they're going to fix the situation of a tie, but according to these bug notes, they are. So there won't be any more tie situations anymore. One I know that everybody's excited for, Fall Mountain will now spawn everybody in a single file line. No more back row blues. Now it's going to be, if you end up on the left side, people are going to get mad, but maybe they'll change the physics of the balls. Maybe they'll change up the patterns on Fall Mountain. We might have to learn Fall Mountain all over again. Who knows? But that's a big change that we've been asking for a long time, and they're finally delivering. Couple of fixes going on with Ski Fall. Remember that Ski Fall was kind of broken when 3.5 rolled around. So now it looks like when you jump through the rings, you are going to be given your points. There's not going to be that bug where you jump through the ring and nothing happens. That's really promising to see. It also looks like you won't be facing backwards when you get spawned back in, and it looks like you won't spawn in on top of other beans anymore, which was a big problem. You just kind of like spawn in and ragdoll immediately. That's cool stuff to see as well. A lot of these little quality of life improvements, that are coming in through, and Mediatonic finally fixing them. It's so good to see. Last but not least, the invisible hexagon tiles are finally gone. We won't have to worry about them anymore in Season 4. All of these bug fixes come together to provide a much smoother experience. I cannot wait to see how it plays out in Season 4. So that covers everything that they're adding that's brand new to Season 4. They actually gave us one other little piece of information last week, and it was a full-blown Season 4 trailer. Let's watch it together right now. So I love these cinematic trailers because the art team does a really good job here. It starts with a pink bean falling into the slime, but instead of getting eliminated right away, they fast forward to year 4041, and this bean gets dressed up in what I can only describe as the 80s futuristic chic of some sort of fuzzy moth alien type creature, and then dropped into the world of Season 4. And yeah, the cinematics already are incredible. I love these trailers because it gives you a sneak peek into some of the outfits. Obviously, we're following this one character with the alien, the fuzzy moth ears, and the crown hat and everything. Everything's glowing up. Everything looks really futuristic. But if you take a look in the background, you can see there's a bean in kind of what do they call those? They're like the 80s jazzercise outfits standing by the button there. You've got a bunch of different alien type creatures in the background here, including these two that are riding on this bar. One's got his little tongue sticking out. A whole bunch of different kind of aliens. We've also seen some disco balls, and we've seen some Men in Black type outfits as well. There appears to be some kind of rainbow cat running around. You see a glowing mohawk. The outfits of Season 4 look to be just very extravagant and very colorful, and this trailer gives such a good little peek into it. Now, the developers have told us that there's not going to be a final game in Season 4's release, but this little peek at the end of the trailer here kind of shows that there might be one for Season 4.5. Everybody, these two beans are jumping for the crown. This one finally puts it on. Will we get a final in Season 4.5? We'll have to wait and see. Now, of course, they flash the screen at us, but at the very end of the trailer, a Fall Guys bean dressed up as an Among Us character falls into the lava. One imposter remains, obviously teasing that outfit will be a part of the new season, which is super exciting stuff. I think people have been gunning for an Among Us and Fall Guys collaboration, and what better time than a space-themed season to reveal something like that. Now, Fall Guys has gone on record and said that the Among Us costume is actually going to be a part of the Season Pass, and the Season Pass is going to be extended this time. Instead of 40, it's going to have 50 different levels to traverse. So whether we see some of those outfits from the trailer in there, maybe we see some new patterns or colors or faceplates, I'm super stoked to see what's on the Season Pass. Maybe we'll have to cover that in another video. That's not all that Season 4 has in store for us. Not only is it the cool new themes and the levels and the outfits, but there have been a couple things teased on Twitter so far by Mediatonic, and a couple of things that are coming through in rumors. So we don't know everything about these yet, but we can expect to see that there will be a sort of squad mode. Now, squad mode, in my mind, implies that you're going to squad up with your friends and join in a lobby as a team rather than just as an individual. And there have been some rumors about maybe some crown shards or maybe some shared crowns. So it's potential that if somebody on your squad wins, then everybody on your squad wins instead of just the individual. So very few details about that just yet, but that is a very promising addition to Fall Guys. Now, another rumor that's spreading around, and we don't have very many details about this at all yet, but a potential daily challenge mode. So when you look at your title screen, you'll see a list of daily challenges that you can complete. Simple little achievements, things like getting a certain amount of bronze medals in a day, or getting a certain win on a certain race level, or something like that. These challenges will reward you with crown shards potentially, and those crown shards can be put together to create full crowns, and the daily challenges will rotate on a daily basis. So giving players a new way to earn crowns aside from having to win the episodes. I know this is going to be a huge thing if it gets implemented fully, because people have been complaining a lot that they can't win the crowns anymore. Crowns are hard to come by nowadays. So having a way to win crowns besides just being the victor of the episode is huge. One more thing we might see in Season 4, and this is really big, if you're a fan of the private lobbies. Now, I'm just kind of putting these pieces together. This is a little bit of speculation here, but Twitch Rivals is coming to Fall Guys on Tuesday, March 23rd. It's going to be a private lobby bout between 60 streamers where they all get into the same lobby and they compete against one another in a battle royale style. They have said in their rules that team games will be taken out of this competition, so that kind of implies that if you have private lobby access, you might be able to tweak the episodes or tweak the levels in a certain way. It'll be really interesting to see how private lobbies are going to change in Season 4. Now that we've had them for a season, what kind of changes and what implements are going to be happening on the private servers to make them more customizable? I'm super excited to see that. And that about covers it. All the news and information and rumors that we've gotten so far about Season 4, I've hit you with them just now. We'll probably hit you with a little bit more news and information about the season next week. Once we've gotten a chance to play it, we'll tell you all about the season pass, what's on the season pass. We'll tell you about all the features. So make sure you hit the subscribe button to stay in the loop on Fall Guys news. That covers it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.